are we doing?
Also, don't forget we have the concession stand. Tonight they have a special of grilled cheese for $3.
Grilled cheese special.
Are they going to give us a signal?
Yeah, they should. I'm waiting.
Some ham on that for me.
Anybody over there?
That was good ham.
It was, man.
You had more food. Yeah.
Very good. Welcome to Southeast. Hola y buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Dan y conmigo Brian Kendzior. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, I'm sorry. Espere. Oh, espere. I'm sorry. This is not in Spanish. I thought we were in the Spanish network. I apologize.
Well, it's a good thing it's not in Spanish because I don't know it.
Live from Southeast High School in Bradenton, Florida, SCTV, Southeast High School Sports, presents Southeast Seminole Softball. Tonight is our last broadcast of the softball season as the Port Charlotte Pirates charge in on the Seminole Nation in this regular season non-district game. The Noles are currently 6-13 this season, while the Falcons come into tonight's game being 9-9 overall. I'm Don McGee, and I'll be calling all the action in tonight's game, and joining me this evening is Brian Kendzior with the color commentary. Well, Brian, what do you think?
Well, I'm interested to see what's going to happen tonight, Don. It's kind of a pivotal game for the Noles at this part in the season with us getting ready to go into playoff softball. And this Port Charlotte team's going to be a good matchup for us tonight, so I'm really looking forward to see how we handle their hitters and their pitching.
Very, very good. Well, we know the records, but up first for Charlotte is Brianna Beck, number 15. She's the second baseman for Port Charlotte Pirates. And we have the first pitch right now. A little high for ball one. Faith Bruce is on the mound pitching for Southeast and has been doing an unbelievable job all year. Right line on a ball a little bit out of the zone or a little high, but certainly looked good enough to hit.
Batter was definitely chasing that one.
Yeah. Fouled off. Strike two. Brings the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs, and here we are on this beautiful night in Southeast High School in Bradenton, Florida. It's just a perfect night out. It's probably about 80 degrees. Everything is just wonderful tonight. Strike three.
Out number one there.
Well,
that's
you know.
Good way to start off the game.
I was just going to say the same thing. Faith starting us off. Agua. Faith starting off the game perfectly with a strikeout. And up next is Sarah Tirb, the center fielder. Number 9. And let's see how this one goes. Fouls off the first pitch. Seems to be a little behind on that pitch.
A little behind on that ball,
yeah.
Definitely. Faith's got a little heat coming in there, and they haven't quite caught up to it yet.
Well, I think Faith hasn't pitched in a couple of days, and normally she pitches every day, and she's had a couple of days off, so she's well rested. Ow. And on the leg. So she's taking her base. That inside pitch was just a hair inside.
Just a bit inside there, yeah, definitely.
So that puts Sarah on first base, the first runner of the night. That's going to bring up number 10, Ali Eugenius. Ali Eugenius turns to bunt and takes a strike.
Throw down. Ooh.
And the ball is
a bit high.
A little high, but there. That's
Accuracy
right. It was right on second base. You're absolutely right.
And that's one of those things that the team has had a little bit of problems with this year is weather going on them, and so I'm good to see that we're throwing down there.
Comes the second pitch, straight down the middle for strike 2.
Definitely caught the batter looking on that one. It looked like the inside curve.
It almost looked like she was taking that pitch. Little roll for ball for 3. Throw down to third on the wrong side, and she's safe in at 3.
Everything's inside.
Had a throw on the wrong side, and the third baseman wasn't quite back to the base yet as well. But it's good to see us throwing down there, though. Gotta like that in their attitude today.
I think if the third baseman would have been there, we might have had her if the throw was on him. And fouled off.
Ball again.
Keeps the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But now you got a runner on third. Got a runner in scoring position, but she's also on third, so makes it a little more difficult on Faith. Last thing you want to do is give up a run early.
And the catcher's got to be squeezing that pitch on everything here now as well.
Fouled off again.
Watch change, Alex. Watch change.
Usually the number 3 hitter for each team is usually one of their better hitters, or if not their best hitter. And so I think Faith should be a little careful with this one. Ooh, and
Coming.
You're up.
that's
Out of
going
way,
to score a
kid.
run, and she's on
And
first
get
base
one on first base, yeah.
on a strikeout.
That's one of those things that you don't want to see starting off the game is giving them a free out.
Yep.
I'd say one thing to the season that coming into this year, Faith had a veteran pitcher or a veteran catcher last year, so they had worked together for several years, and that really worked well for them. So coming into this year, got two new catchers that are coming in, and so they've been building that relationship. And I think over the season we've made some good gains in the performance of the pitcher and catcher through that relationship.
That's wonderful. Sibura Yingst is up. Takes a strike. So look down by the catcher on that one. By the way, tonight's catcher is Jay Kendzior, and pitching again is Faith Bruce. I get a chance, I'll set the lineup. Strike 2 on a ball out of the zone up high.
Like a little rise ball in there.
Yeah.
Caught the batter like it was intended to do.
That brings the count to no balls, 2 strikes. Right down the middle for strike 3.
2 outs.
Way out there. Still got a runner on first base though. That's going to bring up Jaslyn Embry. I hope I'm saying that right, Jaslyn. If not, it's Jacqueline, but I think it's Jaslyn. Strike 1.
Well, we got a moment. We'll start. We got Kayla Pangman on third tonight. Michaela Raina on shortstop. Maria Cruz on second. And Sierra Vickery on first tonight.
And strike 2.
Out in the outfield, we got Skylar Bosley in left, Jesley Hernandez in center, and it looks like Kiki Banks in right field starting tonight as well.
You know, her real name is Kiara, right?
It is Kiara, yeah.
Nobody calls her that.
I didn't know that because I've always known her as Kiki.
Strike 3 on the batter puts them down. They end up with 1 run, but they end up with 1 run.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you, but it did definitely change.
Really quiet here. Well, I'm just going to keep talking just in case you can't hear me. That's going to bring Southeast up to the plate. And first batter up there for Southeast is going to be
Maria Cruz starting us off this evening.
Maria Cruz playing what, second base?
Second base tonight, yep. Started the year at third base and then just made the transition over to second. So seeing some good things coming from her, and she's always swinging the bat pretty hard when she gets up there.
And then batting second is Jesley
Hernandez.
Okay.
Center fielder. And third, Michaela Raina. Faith Bruce coming up fourth in the cleanup position. Next is going to be Kayla Pangman. Then Jay Kendzior, Sierra Vickery, Skylar Bosley, and then Kiera Banks. I said Kiera that time, not Kiki. Rounding out the top of the line.
Number 5, Maria Cruz.
Good pitch on that side, yeah. Kyle also coaches our JV team as well.
Maria, by the way, has 3.
Y'all better be ready.
Pretty amazing for a girl who's not that tall. Again, she's strong because she's a weightlifter.
Mm-hmm.
Placed, I think, 14th in the state last year. So.
Did very well at the weightlifting. I was at the district event. She did phenomenally well there as well. Oh, and there's a shot down to right field and caught by the right fielder.
That was a nice hit, though.
Well, you saw a little bit of that strength that you were just talking about there, and that's one of those things. If that ball goes 20 feet further, gets over her head, she's going to be on third because she's got some legs to get around the bases. Number 9, Chesley Hernandez coming up next.
Well, you were gone.
And there's a shot. Right. There goes the no-hitter. That's right. Let's there. We're already knocking things down right now. Hopefully the line drive hits. Yeah, it looks good. We're going to see how aggressive they are on the base paths tonight.
Well, most of the plate.
And Michaela's been on fire out at the bat lately as well. She's been hitting a lot of hard balls through the infield.
Michaela's batting .353.
There, there's a shot.
There's a drive, just foul. Oh my God.
Could we have about 6 inches back? That would be perfect right there.
Oh, that is so sad. That was a beautiful hit. Just got a tiny bit ahead of it. Actually, she was right on the line till that ball curve foul.
Yep. Well, we just talked about how she was driving the ball, and she certainly got a hold of that one there. She needs to straighten that out just a little bit, and that's going to be some extra bases for her.
I noticed Miss Yanks up there pitching has got a tremendous, and right in the gap.
Right in the gap.
That's going to put another runner on base. That's runners on first and second. I noticed the pitcher, Miss Yanks, has got a tremendous delivery at a windup as you're looking at it. And so far, Southeast batters have not
get the out.
sucked into that. They're watching the ball instead of that windup.
Yeah, definitely. It is a little bit different approach from than what they're used to seeing, but they seem to not have any problem with it at this point so far.
Faith Bruce up next, and
Can I be ready?
the pitcher for Southeast, batting number 4.
Somehow she always seems to have a hot bat with her.
She's fouls off that first pitch. Faith is one of the top hitters on the Southeast team.
Ooh. Foul ball.
And out of play. Faith is batting .375 this year. So you can see that all the top hitters are right at the top of the lineup.
She's got to start defending here. She's down two strikes on this count now.
And now she's down 3 strikes.
Down 3, yes, definitely. Inside pitch caught her up a little bit there. Kayla Pangman coming up next, and I think she might have one of the hottest bats of the team right now.
Well, she missed a few games, but she's batting .381. Kayla takes first pitch for a ball, up high. Yeah, Kayla missed had a concussion earlier this year and has been out for like 9 games. So it's great that she's back, filling in at the third base position. Takes ball 2. Obviously they know about her because they're pitching her very carefully, huh?
Yes, they are. And so far being pretty smart on the base path as well right now. They're watching where the position players are and getting looked back every time, so.
Foul ball.
Good call.
Brings the count 2 balls, 1 strike. be a shame to let this opportunity go by. Get that second and third runners on.
It definitely seems to be something that we've had some trouble with at times. Is once you get those runners on, you want to get them in, and we've had a couple of issues getting that. Hopefully, we can get a hold of one here and get these runners in right now.
Well, she's in a good position. Ball counts 3-1 on that last ball that was pretty high, and she's got a good eye on the zone. She knows exactly where that ball is. She knows that ball's got to come through her, and she gets ahead. She's ahead of it, knowing that it was going to be a strike. 22 here, Miss Yinks. The one thing she can do is locate that pitch in the zone, which is good for them, but it could be bad for them if our hitters are aware of that and know the count and are ready to hit it. And strike three. Wow.
Well, we just talked about leaving the runners on the pond. We just did, didn't we?
They certainly did. We set it up. Well, that's the end of the first inning with the score. Port Charlotte Pirates 1, Southeast nothing. We'll be back with more Lady Knowles softball after this public service announcement. High school in Bradenton, Florida, and waiting for Port Charlotte to come up and start the second inning.
The throw down there pretty good on the ball down.
Well, Jay Kendzior is getting better and better every game, and she was just a JV last year. You know, she's started off this year, put in a position that really she wasn't prepared for, she wasn't ready for, but we had to do it. Southeast had to do it, so they put her there, and she's been coming along well lately. Ball a little high from Faith for ball one. Number 30, Maddie Boyette. Maddie Boyette is one of the top hitters also. She's batting 440.
Wow.
Why they have her in this position, I don't know, but maybe it's a little sneaky on the coach's part, but she has to lead off now. And if I've got a girl hitting 440, this might be a good spot for her to lead off.
I certainly wouldn't argue with her anywhere in the batting order at that point.
Oh, I agree. Brings the count, 2 balls, 1 strike on Maddie. And strike 2. Ooh, Maddie wanted to hurt that one.
She did put a good swing on that one. Unfortunately, it just wasn't in the same location as the ball.
Yeah. And strike 3. Wow.
1 out.
What a good
Just
way
like
to
that.
start off this inning. She started off the first inning with a strikeout, and now she starts off the second inning with a strikeout. But the difference is that was one of their top hitters, so that's really good. Coming up is Emily Slater, number 20. Emily takes first pitch for a strike. Just a little bit late on that one. Faith looks like she's starting to get in a groove, so that'll be good for Southeast.
She definitely looks like she's in the groove tonight. And like I say, having not pitched for several days, maybe she's ready. Hit up the middle. Good from Michaela, and
Ball gets away from the first baseman. Runner goes to second base on the error. That's going to bring up number 26, McKenna Hoffman.
Go, Ken, on top of the ball, kid.
Faith is dusting off the knees there because she took a dive to get that ball, but just barely missed it.
And bunted foul.
Put it down, put it down, put it down.
Trying to bring that runner over to third again.
A little bit inside on that pitch.
Brings a count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. All ones.
Yeah, one's all the way across the scoreboard.
Little outside and high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Got a runner on first. Only 1 out.
Jay's doing a pretty good job of keeping that runner on second. They're not even
On second, excuse me. Yes, Ayers.
Oh! Foul ball almost caught by Sierra. Needed 3 more feet and we would have been right there.
I got to remember to keep looking at the monitor because I can't see it on the right-hand side, but I can see it on the monitor. But I keep looking on the field, and I need to look at the monitor on if it's on the right side.
I think that's Southeast's version of the big green monster right there.
Here comes the payoff pitch, 2-2. And
And
strike
struck her
3. And holds her at second. So that's nice. It
All
brings
right,
up a
2 down
number
now.
9 hitter, Emma Jarosco.
Emma living inside.
Be good to see if we can get this batter out and that error won't come back to haunt us. Oh.
And beautiful hit right down, right in the gap.
Get in there, Slater. Come on, you're up, you're up, you're up. Come on. Thataway. Yeah.
Runner scores. Couldn't
Nice
hit the
rip,
cutoff
Emma.
throw on the by the outfielder there, but
Well, the ball
runner-
should have been coming home. Shouldn't
Should've
have been going to the cutoff. Should have been
Yep.
coming straight home. I mean, you always want to throw ahead of the runner, and
Get down, watch it in, top of the ball. Let's go.
that was a misplay. And as it was, the runner got all the way to second on that too. 2 outs. Runner on second. Strike 1 on Brianna Beck, number 15. Second baseman.
Rip and rip, kids.
Foul ball, strike 2.
all right, one more good pitch from Faith here and we can be out of this inning.
Yeah, you want to limit the damage to at least 1 run. I mean, each inning. This is
Jump, watch it coming.
you're not getting it through hits. They're getting it through an error on a hit batsman, and there, foul ball. Brianna's fighting that ball off up there.
Definitely she is.
Not able to get around on it, but certainly is getting something on it.
There you go.
Right to the second baseman. Second baseman throws.
Down. Run's gonna score on the error. That ball was just a little bit low to Sierra.
Well, that's kind of sad, but
Well, it goes back to what we talked about. Those, you can't give away those outs, and we've already got a couple times here already. But let's hope we can limit this damage here.
all 3 outs, all 3 runs are honoring so far. Strike 1.
Nice pitch there. I think you could see a little aggression in Faith's eye on that one for certain.
Sarah third. Strike. Ooh. Little inside.
It must have been.
From my vantage point, it looked like a strike, but
I have to agree with you on that one.
this is number 9, Sarah Cherubop. She's a center fielder. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. And strike 2. So we've yet to know exactly how good a hitter she is or whatever, because getting hit by a pitch, that's a you can't let too many free passes go on like that. And fouls that one off.
Stays in the count there. Faith ahead on her 1-2 right now. Let's see if we can just get this payoff pitch right here.
And another foul. Ball's nice and low, right at the knees, so
Yeah.
she's coming on the top of it and then fouling it down. The good thing is that it should stay in the dirt.
Looks like she just adjusted in the plate a little bit as well. Came back a little further.
Back a little bit, right? And fouls off another one.
Still staying alive.
And that one she was a little bit under because the ball was high. I think Coach Kyle is calling pitches and he's trying to throw everything at her he can. Change location and a change.
And they got her on the throw. That was kind of an interesting play there. Bounced off of the catcher into play, picked up by the third baseman who made the put out. So I guess we'll take it whatever way we
I got to
can get
figure
it
out
at
how
this
to
point.
score that now. It's a strikeout.
It's a strikeout.
It's a strikeout, but the third baseman threw her out.
Threw her out,
Pretty
yeah.
good,
Good thing we're not official scorers at this point in time, I guess.
Well, that's Beth. That's doing the scoring, so hopefully she knows what's happening with it. Well, I want to make sure you keep up with all the Southeast TV's broadcasts and updates by following us on social media and on our website. Visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/SEHS Television for links to all of our live broadcasts and updates on the program. We're also on Instagram at SEHS Television, and there you can find some more behind-the-scenes footage from our students and program director. Our website is setv.news, and you can find all of our social media links there. Be sure to follow us and make sure you subscribe to our This YouTube channel.
If you haven't had a chance to watch some of the productions that SETV does, you definitely need to get on there and watch them because they do an outstanding job, whether it be baseball, football, basketball, you name it. They seem to be everywhere. I think even volleyball, I've seen that as well. So they do a great job with what they do there. Amanda Clark taking over from Mr. Sanders has done amazing things in getting this program going.
It just happens that I do the play-by-play of volleyball also. What can I do for you?
Jay Kendzior is up to the plate. One ball on that.
They're upstairs.
Coming in, pitch number 2. Oh, foul ball. She got a hold of that one just slightly off to the side. I think she was aiming for Coach Kyle, but just missed a little bit there.
Well, she can do better. She can hit him next time. And ball low. Brings the count. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jay Kendzior. Am I saying that right, Kendzior?
That's, you know, you can say it anyway, but yes, that's okay. Kendzior.
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 Okay. I try to. And.
Oh,
Oh,
great
God,
shot.
What a great grab.
Great grab by the pitcher and a throw out.
Miss Yanks just reached up and happened to get that. That was a reaction more than a
Definitely a
planned
reaction.
thing. She did a great job of getting. That's going to bring Sierra.
Vickery.
Yeah, Sierra Vickery.
First
up.
baseman. See what she can do today. She's actually been swinging a pretty good bat as well lately.
And
seems
fouls
like
off the first one.
As the years progressed, our batters have definitely. We've seen a lot of strides, a lot of gains over the last 4 or 5 games, and I think we're starting to move. Maybe we're getting into our playoff form. How's that sound?
Well, our record is indicative of and a good cut, but a strike. She's a little ahead of it. Our record is indicative of a very tough schedule that Coach Howells has given the team. The good thing is that's just going to make them stronger as they go into district play. And Sierra hits it and is on.
Yeah, looks like a third baseman got handcuffed a little bit on that.
I'd
Couldn't
actually
get it.
call that a infield hit because she never did get a hold of it.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you. Jack's done a great job scheduling our team with a bunch of competitive games, and then also some of the games that we're just playing really good teams. And one of the ways that these girls can get better is by playing those good teams. And yeah, some of the games might be a little one-sided, but at the end of the day, we learn a lot off of every one of those games, and it's been a great advantage for them, I think, going down when we get into the playoffs where we might be playing some other, we start off with Bayshore, I guess it is, and we've had some good luck against them. Nice
Beautiful
bunt by Skylar.
bunt.
Yeah. Oh,
And
Just-
she's out at
just
first,
barely got her.
but moves the runner over to second into scoring position.
And that bunting's going to be a great part of this program as we're going into the playoffs as well, because that's at every once in a while you've got to get that small ball involved, which is something that we've been getting a lot hotter with lately.
I know we Southeast played Riverview last week, and Riverview has this record of they won almost most of their games. The only ones they lose is to Kiara turns around to bunt, draws him in, and then pulls back. They've beaten some big teams like Venice, etc., and it was 0-0 in the 5th inning against them. So this team does have a lot of potential.
They've got a lot of fight in them, that's for sure.
And Kiara drives it foul down the right field line. Now they don't know what to do now.
It's going to be important for us to get this run in right here. Take that deficit down to 2. That would be a great thing at this point.
Ball low. Brings the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, unfortunately, there's 2 outs. And that always makes it difficult. So you pretty much have to have a hit or an error or something to happen to bring that runner around. Ooh, went after a ball high in the zone. Brings the count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's some ones that you got to fight off that might not have been the one that you needed to fight off right there, though.
Well, that's one of the things. If you know what the count is, you got only 1 strike on you. You can be a little more judicious about exactly which one you want to take a swing at. So now she's up there. She's got 2 strikes on her, and so she has to widen that zone just a little bit. And strike 3.
Strike 3.
Yep.
And
Unfortunately.
I will say that they have been swinging the bats tonight, though. We are making good contact, and hopefully as we see them second and third time through the order, we'll be in better shape.
Well, that's the end of the 3rd inning with a score 3-0. The Pirates leading. We'll be back with more Lady Knowles softball after this public service announcement. And we're back here in Bradenton, Florida, Southeast High School. Gonna start off the
Top of the 3rd inning now. The ladies all gather around the mound waiting on the batter, and let's see what we can get started.
And coming up is number 10, Ali Eugenius. Ali Eugenius had got out on a pass ball. She struck out, but got out on a pass ball last time up.
Faith gets the call.
And swings at a ball high in the zone, or high above the zone, and first strike one. These girls, Port Charlotte girls are up there trying to hit, that's for sure.
Definitely, they're swinging the bat hard.
And she fouls that off, I believe.
Yeah, foul ball.
Yeah. Up against the fence in right field. So, while that was a pretty good hit, it was strike two. So now Faith has that advantage of no balls, and 2 strikes. So she can do a little bit of nibbling. She can use her rise ball. She can hit the corners. And throws it right down the middle.
Yeah, that wasn't where I was expecting that one to be, but certainly was. It was there.
And Allie takes it, gets around on it.
And I would say she didn't mean to throw it there, but it looked like the catcher set up right there as well. So it looks like that's what they were thinking.
So, anyways, the count's still no balls and 2 strikes. Let's see what the next pitch will be. And throws a changeup in the dirt. And Jay Kendzior just takes and scoops that out nicely. Brings the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And
there we
strike
go.
3 as Jay hangs on to that ball. That was a tough ball to hang on to.
Well, that came off the bat a little bit as well, and she still got that one. That was good.
So, what do you think? 3rd inning, first batter, top batter, number 3, strikes out. Inning 1, inning 2, inning 3, the first batter is struck out.
Faith has been fairly consistent in getting that first batter every time.
And strike 1 to Miss Yingst.
Good pitch there.
Sibura Yingst, I believe is her name, and she looks formidable up there.
Faith definitely looks like she has her A game on tonight.
Got
That
a
one's
pop
gonna
fly out of play.
almost gets us.
For strike 2. I thought you were going to catch that with your net.
Yeah, I forgot the net today. That's the problem.
Net. Okay, I got you. Maybe J.K. could have got that one. I know he's back there looking for balls. 2 strikes. Let's see what the next pitch is going to be. Right down the middle.
Driven.
In the gap.
And all the way to the fence. One hop
she's
off
going to get
the
2
fence.
out of that.
Way to get the throw in there from the fence to Maria. Batter stays on second. Then you got to call that a win at that point right there.
Yeah. She was chugging around there. Only 1 out, runner on scoring position now.
It looks like the sub's
Gonna
coming
get
in.
a-
Pinch
get a
runner
guess-
for the pitcher.
Get a guest runner for the pitcher. Can you see the number on that guest runner?
I believe it's 11.
No.
Maybe. No, 16. How's that?
16. Olivia Hernandez is
I'll
running
go.
for her.
I will definitely go 16 then.
Okay. There's no 11. That's why I said it. And another strike right down the middle on Jaislyn Embry.
She was a little ahead
Embry.
on that pitch there.
She was ahead of that one. Now they seem to be really picking up on this. They've been ahead of Faith now on several pitches.
Their second time around now, so they're making a couple adjustments.
Right. Ooh, good looking pick. That was the best miss I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Right at the knees, but called the ball. That's Pete Rutledge behind the plate. Ken Hoydick is on first base umpiring.
Another foul off. 1 and 2 count now.
Pete and Ken have been umpiring around here for quite some time. I've seen them many games. 1 ball, 2 strikes on her. Miss Embry. Oh, did she go? And she did. Strike 3.
Strike number 3. 2 outs. Second strikeout of the inning as well.
Well, the good thing is if you strike them out, we certainly can't make errors out there.
That's the one way to not make an error, definitely.
Manny Boyette, number 30. Remember now, she's a really good hitter, left-hander. And doesn't get around on that, drives it out of play.
Tries to take out some of the audience over there on the spectator side.
Well, it's the Port Charlotte audience. You know, what
Yeah.
the heck? You lose a few of those. I mean, what are we going to do?
I agree.
No balls, 1 strike. Pitch number 2.
Good eye. Away, Liv.
And we got a girl advancing on, Olivia advancing onto third base on a drop ball there by the catcher, Jay Kendzior.
Get in there, Liv.
And she's scoring on that one. Looked like a rise ball that got away from Jay.
Caught the ump more than it did anything else, I believe.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay.
He's shaking his head, he is.
Appears like he is.
Got time by somebody. Oh, is that the other blue?
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was. Somebody on that, somebody behind the green monster. We can't see him.
Okay. Maddie's coming back up here. 2 balls, 1 strike. And
Another-
close pitch again.
That was.
Don't know where that was off. Maybe might have been a little outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. And there's a strike. Oh, Maddie throws her bat down now.
Yeah.
That's insulting to the umpire, isn't it? This major league ball,
Yeah.
he'd be in trouble. She would be in trouble.
Yeah,
Here we
exactly.
2 strikes, full count.
Foul
And she
ball.
fouls that off.
Now
Again,
she's
a little
battling in
behind
there.
it. Eh?
Yeah, definitely. A little bit behind it, and she's still trying to stay battling right now, so.
She's up there fighting, trying to foul off a good pitch like that. 3-2, full count, 2 outs. And strike 3.
Strike 3 right there. Struck out the side that time.
All right.
That's the way that we like to go through innings. If nothing else, you don't have any problems that way.
Yeah, you certainly don't. That makes it very, very nice for everybody here.
So at the end of 2.5, Southeast is down 4-0 right now. On our side, let's see what we can get up here and hopefully get some bats rolling this time through the order.
Hey, Blue. I hear the name Blue. Well, I want to talk a little bit while we got a second about Faith Bruce.
Sure.
She's done such a great job here up there, striking out the side right there. I just want to tell people a little bit about her. In 2017, she was the Defensive Player of the Year. Last year, she was the Player of the Year, and this year she's the team co-captain. She's not only that, but also in school. She's a student body president, and she's in charge of the Southeast High School blood drive. She plays travel ball for the 1800 Pinellas Warriors. I know that's Coach Ron Katz that coaches that team. And she takes pitching lessons. Every Wednesday she's up there in the University of Tampa with Jackie Davis, her pitching coach up there. So she's become one of the best pitchers in this area.
I don't think she's busy enough. I think she's got a lot of spare time for a bunch of other things, if you know.
I just don't understand why she wasn't doing more.
Exactly.
Up is our leadoff hitter, Maria.
Maria
Cruz is taking the first pitch inside for ball 1.
So we'll see what kind of adjustments we make this time. This is our second time through the order now. Let's see where maybe we can get those bats a little bit. We hit the ball well so far.
We were hitting the ball
We've been
well.
hitting the ball hard. It's just been right to the glove. So
The old seeing eyeball. So 1-1. Here comes that third pitch, and she drives it to the second baseman, who's going to make a underhand toss. And
out number 1.
For out number 1. It's not like Miss Young's is overpowering them, but they're not really. Well, Maria certainly didn't get around on her. So now let's see what Jesly Hernandez can do. And she drives it right to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to make that throw over there. In time for out number 2.
Well, just like that, 3 pitches, and we are 2 outs already.
Yeah, well, one of the problems is we might want to start looking at a few more pitches and trying to time her up a little bit more.
Yeah, if nothing else, it also tires that pitcher out. You know, they've only got so many pitches in those arms every night.
Yeah, little meeting in the mound right now for some reason. I don't know why. But that's going to bring up Michaela Renier. Michaela had that great drive down left field line, which just tailed foul at the end.
Certainly, we'd definitely like to see her straighten that one out.
We're getting set to make that first pitch to her. And she drives it into left field, but right to the outfielder for out number 3. What was that, 4 pitches?
4 pitches on that, yeah.
Not so good, but yeah, they're hitting the ball, so that's
They definitely are hitting the ball. It's just maybe it's a matter of time before we get one in the gap.
Okay, well, that's the end of the 3rd inning with a score 4-0. We'll be back with more Lady Knowles softball after this public service announcement.
Shoemakers.
It's cooled off a little bit, but it's still a pretty nice night. Very little breeze out there. Probably in the high 70s. Coming up first for the Pirates is Emily Slater.
That one sneaks underneath Jay. I think she was expecting a little bit higher, and it dropped a little more than she thought it was.
Yeah, you don't always hit your spots. I mean, Faith has been pretty good about hitting her spots, but you don't always there. And she drives it foul, brings the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Certainly is a beautiful night, and I thought you'd have your jacket out already.
Well, anytime it hits 70 degrees, that's like freezing for me.
I think I saw online today that somewhere in North Carolina it was snowing, so definitely a beautiful night in Bradenton, though.
A lot better here. And strike on a ball a little high in the zone. Well, my daughter is in Switzerland right now, and she was at the tallest mountain in Europe, and she FaceTimed me, and it was -6 degrees where she was. So I guess I shouldn't complain too much.
Yeah, I don't think that's, I definitely would not want to be there, put it that way. Right to Sierra
right
victory.
to Sierra, she's going to take her herself for the first out. And finally, it wasn't a strikeout on the first batter.
That is correct.
McKenna Hoffman. Okay, McKenna Hoffman is up, number 26.
Passionate fans here.
And she flies it, skies it, somewhere. Oh, almost top of the.
I thought Jay was coming through the
stand.
fence on us there for a second.
I tell her, I teach her to dive. I mean, I don't understand why she didn't dive. I was just worried about the Southeast Television people up here not getting hit. And right down the
Nice
middle
pitch
for
right
strike
there.
2. Beautiful pitch. Looks like she overpowered it just a little bit. McKenna Hoffman. Last time she struck out.
Well ahead in the count here as well. Oh, foul ball. threw the changeup, and I think the batter was definitely expecting that because she was ready for it.
Well, the thing is, number 9 batter, I very seldom throw changeups to a number 9 batter. 7 through 9, they're pretty much going to see my fast stuff. I don't want to give them a chance to hit anything easy. And she drives it to first base, and Sierra's going to take it again, and that's going to be out number 2.
2 in a row. This is the all Sierra inning so
Yeah,
far. We'll take that.
Coming up to number 9 hitter, number 3, Emma Jarosco. Let's see what Faith can do with this one.
Faith is changing her outfielder's position there. Wasn't quite happy with where they were at. That's the one thing about Faith is she has a great presence to her, and she really understands the game. And as the pitcher, she controls that field. And numerous times I've seen her make adjustments to things, and then we kind of as coaches look back and go, why did she do that? And next thing you know, the ball goes right to them. So,
right. Well, she's been around. She's been playing a long time. So anytime you've been playing travel ball and ball hit to second base, and she tosses it over, and Sierra makes that third out.
And an inning with no strikeouts.
And 1, 2, 3. That's nice.
Take that every inning.
So that'd be 4-3. All right. That's gonna bring up Southeast here shortly.
Yeah, I think it's Faith is going to be starting off this inning, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. We'll find out shortly. One thing I wanted to ask you about, Coach Bryan, is the difference between softball and baseball. A lot of our viewers, they watch softball, they watch baseball, but they don't really quite understand the difference. I know there's some differences in the dimensions of the field, etc., and the ball and all that, but maybe you could describe some of that for us.
Well, yeah, I mean, traditionally I played baseball growing up, and to come into the girls playing softball now, there is a big difference. I think the most important thing that I see is just the location of the pitcher's mound. 43 feet from home plate versus I think it's 60 foot 6 inches in the MLB. And not only is it just the closeness of it, but the approach from where that ball's coming out on the pitcher as well. I know in practices I've got out there and I've taken a couple swings when them throwing them sometimes, and let me tell you, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game.
Well, a 70-mile-an-hour fastball from a softball pitcher is like 100 miles an hour from a baseball pitcher.
Definitely, and you got to figure it's 43 feet from the rubber, but where their actually release is another 5 or 6 feet forward.
Nice drive, almost up center, but shortstop going to her left. Pulled that in and made a nice throw to first. I'd say one thing we want to do is keep it away from that shortstop.
Yeah, definitely.
There is a big gap between third and short. She's playing more towards the second base side, so there's that opening.
Strike on the outside
one
corner.
On Kayla. That was questionable, but on the outside corner, right? Southeast needs to get something going here. And pops it up. And it falls in foul.
That was the perfect position for a foul ball because it was
in between everybody.
Equidistant between everybody, and nobody could get to it. So if there's a perfect one, that's the one.
Plus the fact that Keela was going down the line, and that stopped the pitcher from getting there. I was a little worried about an interference call, but not to be had. So she was doing what she had to do. That's 2 strikes on her, though. Now she's got to protect a little bit. And drives it right to where I didn't want her to throw it, to the shortstop. And that's out number 2.
Well, let's see if we get one not to the shortstop this time. We're 2 for 2, but let's not try 3 for 3. Jay Kendzior back up again, second time around. She had a strong hit strong drive right up the middle. The pitcher just barely got it first go round.
Swings at the first pitch, a little behind it. And it was a little high for strike one. Jay looking down to Coach Howells to get her signal. Steps back into the plate. And drives the ball. That's going to fall in.
There. Well, again, that's kind of like that foul ball just a minute ago. It was equidistant between everybody out in the outfield.
I'd rather be lucky than good is what they say. But
at this point, we'll take it.
Yeah, that was right in there. Now, if Sierra can do something up here.
No foul, let's go.
And pinch runner number 13, Daphne Maldonado, in for Jay.
Daphne's our backup catcher.
Watch the ball.
No, it's negative one.
Yeah,
And foul ball.
almost took out the camera right above the dugout there.
He's looking at her.
That's a good thing that net was there.
SCTV is giving him the eye
There
over
you
there.
go.
I don't know. They do have a screen up there to help protect him, but he's standing above that screen, so.
Yeah.
I noticed that the SCTV camera crews on the side. Another foul ball. The SCTV camera crew on each side all wear helmets.
And by the amount of foul balls hit tonight, I would say that's a wise choice.
But the one guy on top of the dugout needs to wear a helmet.
Oh, there goes
To the shortstop.
And they got her.
I told them not to hit the shortstop. Didn't I tell them that?
Yeah,
I
you
coulda swore
did,
I
and
told them
they went to it 3 out of 3 times, and it was unsuccessful each attempt.
Okay, that's the end of the fourth inning with a score of 4-0. They're averaging one run a game inning. We'll be back with more Lady Knowles softball after this public service announcement.
Well, it looks like Sierra was down, but now she's.
Hey, I see her running.
I see her running around.
Running.
She might have stepped on that base. She was trying to get to that base pretty quickly, and she might have stepped on it and maybe torqued a knee or something low.
Well, I'll tell you what, she looks pretty
But she
good.
looks pretty good right there.
Yeah.
So, looks like she's ready to go back in. JK's giving. Yeah, there. He's showing her how not to do it, or he's doing a line dance, but certainly one of the two.
One of those things, huh?
Definitely couldn't afford an injury right now with our first baseman.
Yeah, wouldn't help. We do have 2 people on the bench, so we could fill that position, but it just wouldn't be right. So we're gonna, while we got a little way, and we got a few moments to make sure she's okay. Faith is up there with her warm-up pitches. Everybody looking on.
Yep.
Well, so far, 4-0 in the 5th inning, going into the 5th inning. We only got 9 more outs. Southeast only has 9 more outs to make some hay here. So they're going to need to get going. They need to start soon. And
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, 4-0. It's not nothing that you can't come back from at this point in time, and you look at it, and it really should be 1-0 at this point. You know, when you start looking at the game and where it is, but we're at 4, and again, the bats have been swinging, so it's just a matter of time before hopefully a couple of those balls keep dropping in, and we can get some runners running around. We haven't had a chance to test them on the bases tonight and see what happens.
Brianna Beck is up, starting off, number 15, second baseman. Takes the first pitch a little high for ball 1.
Faith gets a new ball, didn't quite like that one.
Anytime I throw a ball, I don't like that ball. I'll tell you right now. And a little low on that one.
Good dig out by Jay.
One of the good things that that's happened with Faith is that we've gotten that first runner out, first batter out every inning. So. And fouls that one off over our heads.
A little behind to start the count. Now she's gaining a little bit back on it. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
One thing with Faith, she likes to move quick. She's sitting there looking for that sign, wanting to know where it's at because she's ready to roll.
And ball 3 outside, high and outside. And
Get there!
ball's getting away.
Way away.
She's looking at second. And she's safe.
Make the play, but that ball got over the catcher, hit off of a pole, and rolled halfway down the third base line before we could grab it and make a throw to second as the runner was advancing.
If that ball hadn't bounced the way it had, she would have had her out at second.
Mm-hmm.
Dive. No, dive first.
Well, she did dive, but you got to get to the ball first before you dive.
You got to dive when I tell her.
Yeah, okay.
Not after I tell her.
I don't know if she can hear you right now.
Yeah, probably not.
I wonder if we could get a microphone in there. That way we could just explain to her, you should dive right now. And then she
NFL
would know.
quarterbacks have it. I don't see why
exactly.
a catcher can't. Huh? Runner on second, no outs, 1 strike on the batter. A little low, and she's going to 3, and Kayla needs to be there, and it's not there, unfortunately.
Hard to get that runner out on third base when the third baseman's halfway up the line.
Yeah. Well, this is number 9, Sarah Turd. Started off the first inning with a hit-by-pitch. Bunts it, beautiful bunt right there.
Yeah, baby!
And no play by anybody.
Well, in defense of Southeast, that ball was placed perfectly. It was the catcher's ball. The girl's coming home. She's going to score no matter what. So the catcher should have grabbed that, spun, and made the throw to first and swallowed the run. But 5-0.
And a drive back. Drops in front of Skylar.
Nice little hit to left field.
Nice hit to left field. Then we're throwing the ball around the field a little bit before we decide to get it back to Faith.
No harm, no foul yet.
No, yeah, not yet.
We got guest runner for Allie.
So I guess the key was we didn't get that first runner out, because every other inning we've got that first runner out and had a little bit different story. So
another bunt. Safe at home.
Safe at home.
Scoring that semi-run.
It looked like Maria hesitated on the throw. She double clutched it a couple times before she decided to throw down there, and that could have been the difference in that play.
they got the runner at first, though. That was a nice throw by Faith. Fouled off by number 7, Jaislyn Embury. Runner on second.
Turn that hip over.
1 out. Miss Embury, number 7 up. Took a called third strike last time. A little high and out. 1-1.
Tell you one thing I'm impressed with, Don, tonight is we are throwing the ball down the bases tonight. You know,
Yes.
in some of the previous games we haven't thrown very much, and the runners have started running on us. And tonight I think we've actually thrown more tonight than we have in several games.
Or in the other part of the season, you're right. Foul back, out of play.
It's in the neighborhood next door.
Well, you know, the neighbor's got a couple softballs over
They
there.
got to have quite a collection over there by this point in time, I
You
imagine.
think they'd sell them back? You know?
Yeah, I wonder. Looking to make a little money somehow, right? I mean,
Come on now. Nice and level.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Faith's got ahead of her count now. Let's see if she gives her something that she's going to chase here.
Right down the
Oh,
middle.
right down the middle.
Oh, and it's not a strike.
I'm kind of puzzled by that one.
I don't know where it should be. Maybe, of course, you know, the umpire does have a better view of it than we do, but a little low for ball 3.
Good eye, kid. Still got to protect, kid. Nice and level now. Yeah.
And ball 4. And the runner's going to go down to third. Runner's going to go to second. Yep.
No.
Go, Blair! Get in there!
And with that, the runner scores.
Oh, well, that was a miscue by the catcher.
Ill-advised
Definitely,
throw down to second.
definitely should not have thrown there. Well, we're talking about how much we have thrown, so that's one of those times, I guess, when
Well, the good thing is the throw was kind of on target.
it
so-
was on target and it got where it needed to go. Just, I guess, a lack of experience showed a little bit there. And another miss off the glove by Jay.
Runner going down to third. Maddie Boyette's up, number 30. Haven't seen too much out of Maddie. She took a called third strike also last time up. I know she's a really good hitter. And another pass ball and another run scores.
Well, we've cleared the bases now, so now
Now we can start
Four.
over, right?
we can start over. Hit the reset button and let's go for an out at first base here. How's that sound?
Okay, sounds good to me.
I'm going to place that order right now.
A little high for ball 1, ball 3.
Ball 3, I believe.
Brings the count 3 balls, no strikes. Let's see if she's taken or she's got the green light. Strike, she was taken all the way. Maddie Boyette, number 30 up. And fouls that off, brings the count 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count.
Battled back into this one, so let's see how we can finish it off.
Oh, that was close. That's a tough call.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And she trots on down to first base, Maddie Boyette, number 30, and that brings up number 20, Emily Slater, who has been on an error and then hit it to the first baseman for an unassisted out. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
Well, I think I remember the out a while back, and let's hope we can get a second one here. Even maybe even turn a double play would be nice.
Little inside, ball one.
Dribbler up the first base line.
Tag her?
Nope. She got her. That was very close. It would have been easier just to tag the runner instead of going to the bag, but net result was we still got the out, and the runner advanced to second base.
Well, that makes 2 outs, so now the play's at 1. You don't have to worry about that runner on second unless we... And swing and a miss. Strike one. Unassisted last time also, Miss Hoffman, McKenna. Strike two. Jay comes up that quickly, holding her at second base.
For all the Southeast Lady Knolls fans out there, make sure you check out their Lady Knolls Facebook page as well. I know Coach Buddy and Coach Kyle do a heck of a job taking a bunch of pictures and getting them out there for all the ladies to see. So stop on by and see that.
Hey,
shameless plug there, right?
Sounds like a great idea. That was strike three, and that sets them down. And unfortunately, the score right now is 8-0, with Southeast coming up in the fifth. So we got a little bit of more than a few runs to get, but they need to start cutting into that lead.
Well, no better time than the present, right? I mean, maybe we just wanted to spot them a little, and then let's see what we can come back with, right?
Oh, okay. That sounds good to me.
That's the game plan that I think we're going for.
You know, usually home field advantage is a home field advantage because you have last stops and all that, but when you're down 8-0, pretty much that idea of home field advantage is lost. So
yeah, I have to agree with you, and I think probably a big part of the home field advantage we have here is, especially in those early innings, if you're playing out in, you know, first, second, and right field, it's tough to see the ball because the sun is directly in your eyes, and so that does definitely give you an advantage in those early innings.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much now as it gets dark, but we're past that time.
well, if up to bat is Skylar Bosley. Skylar turns to bunt and pulls back. Got first and third charging.
Coach Jack gives her the signal again. See what he called.
I say she's going to turn to bunt again. Nope. Well, she was.
She was gonna, but
she didn't need to.
She recognized that one early on in the pitch and
Yeah.
realized she didn't even have to turn on it.
2 balls, no strikes. Well, you know, if you get the leadoff batter on now, that'll help a lot towards cutting into that lead. And takes ball 3.
Yep. And it gets us one person closer to the beginning of our order, where hopefully if we get a couple runners on, we can get those, finally score some of those runners.
Exactly right. And of course she takes it all the way for strike one. Let's see if she bunts on this one. 3-1 count. Strike two.
She thought about it and then pulled back and still took the strike.
And now she'll probably be hitting away. Probably not going to bunt on the third strike. Or with 2 strikes on her at least. And strike 3. One of the things I hate to see is taking a call third strike. It's just, you know, when you got 2 strikes on you, you got to protect. That's why you enlarge in that zone a little bit more. It's more than the plate, maybe an inch or 2 on either side, and
Choke up on that bat a little bit.
choke up on the bat and take what they give
plate.
you. Exactly right. Strike one on
Kiki.
Kiara Banks. Kiara reaching for strike number 2.
That might have been one of those pitches that you just gave there. A little outside, possibly.
No, let's see where she puts.
Oh.
Well, she hit it high. It was high.
Made
It was
contact.
out of the zone.
Yeah.
But she up there protecting and
That gives
fouled it off.
new meaning to saying that she made contact with the ball, because it really was a ball.
It certainly was.
But now it counts as a strike.
And strike 3. Yep, like I said, taking a call third strike is really not what you want to do up here.
No, that is not ideal for the stats and the numbers.
That brings off our leadoff hitter, Maria Cruz. Let's see how she can do. She's been hitting the ball.
And it's unfortunate because it brings us up at the top of the order with 2 outs. So.
And she drives it to the second baseman. And a little toss, and that's out number 3.
A quick 1, 2, 3 inning for the Lady Knowles.
Well, that's the end of the
End of the 5th brings us to the 6th inning now.
5th inning with the score 8-0. We'll be back with more Lady Knowles softball after this public service announcement.
Traffic signs. Traffic signs that we see every day. Traffic signs that protect our children to and from school. But a traffic sign cannot stop a moving vehicle traveling at 20 miles per hour. It only takes a split second of distraction, a cell phone, a cup of coffee, to render a traffic sign useless.
And we're back here in Bradenton, Florida, Southeast High School. Been a couple changes, well, at least one for sure, that the catcher for Southeast has changed. I mentioned before that the backup catcher was Daphne Maldonado. Well, she's now the starting catcher, or the catcher of record right now. So she'll be back there trying to hang on to face pitches. Everybody else stays the same?
I believe so. I'm looking out there, and I don't see any other changes at this point. But my eyes aren't as good as they were many years ago.
Yeah,
so.
I hear you there. First pitch, strike.
And ironically, it bounces out of the glove as well.
But she kept it in front of her.
But
so
she did keep
that's
it in front of
thing.
her, so that's a good thing. Absolutely.
Strike 2.
Looks like we're well on our way to getting that strikeout on the first batter again.
Well, by the way, this is Kaya Nelson. She's in there as a substitute. Kaya Nelson, number 23. And strike. No, not strike. I guess I'm going to have to let the umpire make all the calls.
Yeah. I believe we'd have a few more strikeouts if we were making those calls.
If I was making those calls, huh? Yeah. And strike 3.
There we go.
Yeah, throw it out of the zone and she'll swing at it.
There you go. Out number 1.
Yeah, we're back to that first pitcher strikeout, which is good. Catcher for the coach for Port Charlotte coming up and making another change, and coming in is number 24, Blair Sycophos. Sycophos is coming in to hit. And a strike. The good part of that, it was a strike.
It was a strike.
Okay, and it wasn't the third strike.
It was not.
Okay, so it was a strike.
That's right.
Okay.
Maybe
Something
Faith has some amazing spin.
Maybe.
I know she does have
Strike
quite a bit of
2.
spin on the ball.
Strike 2 on the ball. Well, when I'm doing this play-by-play, a lot of times I revert back to coaching and I want to scream out certain things. So I have to control myself. And ball 1. Luckily that was a ball. What are you doing calling a rise ball there, Coach Kyle? Man, it fouled off. That was a good swing.
That was
there
a really good swing. Good cut.
Blair.
That just barely missed that one.
Yep.
If she would have made contact, it was going to go for a while.
Count ball 1, strike 2 on Blair. Little low for ball 2. Brings the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Number 24, Blair Sycophos on at the plate.
She chokes up on the bat a lot on that.
I noticed the outfielders are playing really deep too, so a little surprised at that. Strike 3.
All right, 2 outs.
Smart move was choking up on there when you got 2 strikes on you.
Definitely.
So not bad. So that's going to bring up number 9, Sarah Turb. Sarah started off this whole game by getting hit by a pitch. Let's see what happens this time around. Got two outs, nobody on. A little outside. Daphne trying to frame that pitch. Which it wasn't that far off, so
No.
it wasn't that bad.
Definitely. Oh, that almost got us done.
Help! I had no idea where it was.
You were 18 inches away from death.
Is that right?
Okay, yeah.
For those of you who didn't see that, that was coming right over on the top of us, and I made that quick move with my hands over my head in order to divert the ball. Didn't have to, but made that move anyways.
Yeah. And we're sitting in a position where I wouldn't see that we would get too many of those balls.
Yeah, it's been hitting us pretty bad, pretty difficult.
They've been landing all around us tonight.
2 balls, 1 strike on the batter. Sarah Turb. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th. Strike 3. Oh, strike 2, excuse me.
This is that time of the evening when Faith starts digging in. You know, these later innings, sometimes she's already thrown a lot of pitches, but this is where the heart of her comes out, because you can see her start to dig and really throw those balls in the later innings, when sometimes, you know, even though you're tired and you've seen a lot of things. Shot up to first, throw down at Sierra's feet, gets by the first baseman.
I didn't see it, but I think that ball was thrown a little low, right?
Yeah,
and now she's going to third.
It was down at hit down near the bag, put it that way. Well, and again, we were just talking about, you know, Faith digging and you know, throwing pitches, and
well, that's a little frustrating for everybody, but that's going to bring up Allie Eugenius, number 10.
Oh, shot down the line.
It's a line drive right past the third baseman.
A nice double down the line there.
Might have would have tried that throw all the way to second rather than hit the cutoff on that, but
Probably would have been a little bit wiser.
Yeah.
Definitely in that transition time, they almost got her on that throw, so definitely if she'd have thrown 2 second, that
Right.
would have been a
right.
much better.
You got it, Daphne?
Daphne's gonna
She catch it?
catch
Yes,
it
she
for out
did.
number 3.
All right. Way to go, Daphne. Unfortunately, it brings the score 9-0 in the 6th inning. Coming up at the bottom of the 6th, Southeast's going to have to do something to get going.
Yeah, we you know, you can hang around for so long, but when they keep adding a run or two each inning, it makes it a little difficult to start to come back with 9 in one inning when you haven't got one to begin with.
Well, you alluded to this before, but I want to make sure you keep up with all of Southeast Television's broadcasts and updates by following us on social media and on our website. Visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/SEHS Television for links to all of our live broadcasts and updates on the program. We're also on Instagram at SEHS Television, and there you can find some more behind-the-scenes footage from our students and program director. Our website is setv.news, and you can find all of our social media links there. Be sure to follow us and make sure to subscribe to our this YouTube channel. Hey, you know you have somebody in SCTV, don't you?
I do, yeah. I think my oldest, or not think, my
You
oldest,
think?
yeah.
Okay.
I think my oldest daughter, Brianna, I guess she kind of runs a little bit of the show around there. I think she's the president of their Southeast TV club. And
Oh,
so,
I wasn't aware of that.
yeah, so
Wow.
kind of proud of her.
Well,
Don't get the chance to brag on her that often, but in this particular aspect, we definitely will.
I don't blame you. You should brag on her. That's wonderful.
And again, they've got such great, Amanda Clark has done an amazing job, like I say, taking over from Mr. Sanders, and you can see the passion with those kids and how they love doing what they're doing, and they spend a lot of time doing it.
Okay, Jessley Hernandez starts off and does a great footwork here to avoid that ball for ball 1. So let's see if she can wait just a little bit. Wait for her pitch. That's a little low for ball 2. So now, instead of hitting that first pitch, she's ahead of the pitcher 2-0. And now the pitcher's going to have to come in with something, most likely, either now or the next pitch, but certainly in the next 2 pitches. And she
To the first baseman.
pops it up to the first baseman and makes a pretty good catch out there. So that's out number 1. That brings up to the plate Michaela Renier. Michaela's just a freshman, you know. She's
Is she just freshman? I didn't realize
yeah,
that.
she played a little travel ball, and she's got the makings of a good player. Takes the first pitch for a ball. She's got the makings of a really good player, and I'm sure in the next few years, if she stays playing, which I'm sure she will, she's going to become a fine player for Southeast.
Yeah, definitely. And I was unaware that she was a freshman. I
Yeah.
thought she was older than that. So that's exciting.
And guess where she hit it? Right to the shortstop.
Yeah, didn't we tell them to
I
not hit it there anymore?
I know I told them. I don't understand what's
maybe-
going on.
Maybe we should go into the dugout and let them know that they should probably not try to attack that side of the field.
I don't know how many outs that the shortstop's had.
It's got to
but
be 6 or 7 by
she's
now.
got a lot. Maybe more. That's going to bring up Faith Bruce, Southeast pitch, number 8. One
See
of
if-
the top hitters for Southeast. Yes.
See if she can get something done here. She's got to take it onto her own hands right now.
Well, she didn't have to take that one.
No, that one couldn't done much with that one. Maybe if she had a driver.
If she had a driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was a little low.
What was interesting is that he got by the catcher. She's been pretty much of a stalwart the whole game.
Well, that was one of those that kind of hit right on the front corner of the plate and took one of those little bounces that you don't expect for it.
Takes the next pitch a little outside for ball 2.
Definitely in a hitter's count now.
And
Took
Faith-
a slice at it.
Faith has been waiting for that one pitch and was just a little late on it, but would have been pretty darn close. If she puts a charge into this one, it's going to go. And ball 3, 3-1. Now 3-1 counts. Those are pretty good counts, aren't they, for a hitter?
Yeah, definitely, because that pitcher's definitely not wanting to walk him, so they're looking to throw something in there. So she should be getting a pitch here to swing at.
And ball 4.
Well, pitcher tried to pull a fast one on her and see if she could get her to chase something, and Faith was smart enough to hold back and not swing at that ball.
I noticed she was smiling before she delivered that pitch.
Yes, she was.
So there was something on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's really interesting is that we're playing Port Charlotte tonight, but in 2 days, Southeast is going down to Port Charlotte and playing them again. Ball hit to where?
That's shortstop again.
Oh, okay.
Apparently they did not get that memo yet.
Okay.
Perhaps we could try writing it in the sky.
We'll try something. That's the end of the 6th inning with a score 9-0. We'll be back with more Lady Knowles softball after this public service announcement.
Welcome back at the beginning of the 7th inning with the Lady Knowles down 9-0 at this point. Looking for a final comeback in this inning is what we're anticipating, Don.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've written up on the program. So we'll see how we can make it through.
Well, first we're going to have to get 3 outs here. And
Yes.
that'll be a good start.
Let's try with that first.
Jocelyn Embry, number 7, is up at the plate.
Not that we're in North Carolina and it being cold or anything, but I do agree with you. It has gotten a little bit cooler over the last little bit. It seems like the dew's setting in a little, so.
Oh, when that sun goes down. Jocelyn takes and fouls off the first pitch, a little bit ahead of it. So anyways, I was telling you that in 2 days we're going down to Port Charlotte and Southeast going to face them again. It's going to be interesting because we should know everything about them and they should know everything about us.
Absolutely.
Fouls off that second pitch. Daphne Maldonado's back there to get it.
And she didn't even smile when she came back and we said that.
She was right there and she didn't even smile. That's unbelievable. I don't know.
Well, that's good. She's got her head in the game. She doesn't want to hear from us old guys.
Nothing in 2. Third pitch, fouled towards us. I didn't even want to look up.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to protect you. So
I appreciate that. I got a hat on, so I can't see above me. So. Keeps the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
I'm thinking she's probably going to go high and outside here.
Or she might. Jesus.
Nope. And we throw it past the first baseman. Now we're going to try it second.
She's out!
Well, and yes, they did get the runner. She did hold the ball.
Yeah.
Don was very passionate about that out. I can tell you from my ears that I know he was very, very passionate about that out. So yeah, that will go down as a strikeout. But also, and
I don't want to be the scorekeeper. I don't want to be the scorekeeper.
It'll be an error by the catcher, and then I don't know. I've given it up at this point in time.
I'm glad Pat's doing it, not me. Strike 1.
Well, it was an out nevertheless, and that's the important part of things.
I apologize. I tell you sometimes, but the coaching part of me comes out.
It gets into you, yeah. I feel it. Oh, that one.
Strike 2 on a foul ball. Daphne Maldonado back to get it again. No smile.
I don't even think she's cracking a smile in the helmet there. After the game, I think we might get one.
Close, close,
Ooh.
close. I don't know where it missed, but it was close.
Yeah, apparently it looked bad somewhere, but I just don't know where.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. And
Oh, and right to
grab by Kayla for out number
great catch
2.
there.
Hey, good hit, kid. Good hit.
Kayla, I don't know if that was that was good.
That was good.
That was
yeah,
I was going to say there was a reaction, but she seemed to be there too.
that was right in front of us, and she just raised the glove and
Yep,
put it where it needed to be, and
She had to move it. That's right.
made it right where it needed.
Yep.
So 2 down all of a sudden.
Wow.
Umpires calling for another game ball as we keep running out of them because they keep ending up behind us.
This is Emily Slater up at bat, number 20.
Faith has been up on all 3 of these batters so far. She's had a
Oh.
that was driven. Oh, Kiki Banks went for the catch,
And
missed the
it.
catch, and that's going to go for extra bases. Rose coming into second.
Yeah, and she's going to end up on third base with a kind of a triple.
Kind of a triple, yeah. That
kind
was,
of a single with 2 base errors.
there you go. That was a shot. I will tell you that.
That was a
came
shot.
off
She didn't
came
shoot
off
it
the
well.
bat hot, and credit to Kiki because she was attacking that ball and looking to make that catch and just barely missed it with her glove. Unfortunately, when you do that, you don't have a backup at that point in time,
Right.
and that one's going to go back to the fence, as it did. And ball number 1 there, ball 1. Is this a new batter, Don?
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I
What's
think it's
number,
number 19, I
number
believe.
19 is Alexis.
Oh, 16, I'm sorry.
16?
16, Olivia.
Oh, no, that's Olivia Hernandez. She's been in there before. Got to make those good throws back there, catcher.
Yeah, I got to get him.
Okay.
Got to get him to the pitcher.
Oh,
And
no.
that might seem like one of those things that not really is a big deal, but at the end of the day, that pitcher's it's effort every time that pitcher has to
You
do
don't want
it.
to make them work too much.
And you try to keep them doing as little as possible, except for pitching that ball. And every time they've got to dig something, that's just a little bit more you take out of her.
Alexis fouls that off for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on her, 2 outs.
Let's hopefully we can get out of this right here and
Well,
not have that one hit hurt us.
and swings at a ball way high out
Chased
of the
that
zone.
rise ball, did she?
You know, I know to our viewers and listeners that that looks like, why did she go after that? But that
Yeah.
ball is coming in a lot lower and suddenly jumps up there.
There you go.
And she hits it out into center field. And for a single,
Little.
driving home the run.
That makes up.
Emily Slater.
That puts us up to 10-0.
Number 23, Kira Nelson.
Come on, Kira.
This is she was subbing before, number 23, Kyra Nelson. Kyra Nelson.
Looks like they're trying to get some of their backups in right now.
Yep.
Okay.
She bunts it right back to the pitcher.
Oh, and there's
Makes the throw over.
and we got the yes, we
So
did
that's
make the
out,
play.
Number 3.
Looked questionable there for a second, but Sierra was.
Unfortunately, they got another run to make it 10-0. Seems like every inning they're getting a run or 2. So,
Yes, sir. On that one there, Sierra was crashing in, and it took a second for Maria to get over to the base for
but
before Faith could throw it, but
Faith
she
knew
made
it.
the play, and
Yep.
Maria, it just went out of my name.
Maria Cruz, yes.
made the catch and put away number 3 for the inning. So here we go. We've got 10 runs in us.
Oh, got 11. What do you
We've
mean?
got 11. Perfect.
You
Well,
you gotta have confidence.
I
You
was
gotta, you gotta go up there and you gotta have confidence. You gotta feel that you can do it.
I was looking for extra innings, really. I mean, I just don't want to win it on an 11 one. I'd rather have a couple extra inning battle, and then we win it in dramatic fashion in the 12th or 13th,
You
right?
have your thing, I have mine. I want 11 runs. Coming up to the plate with this, one of my favorite players, number 15, Jay something or other. I can't remember her last name.
Very eager to get in there because she was ready to get there before the pitcher's even done with her warm-up. So
And then there's him. What do you want?
Oh.
Kyle Bruce, what do you want?
Kyle Bruce is
Say
waving
it.
at us
Say it, big guy.
like he's trying to tell us that, it almost like he's trying to say that Faith has had 14 strikeouts tonight. Why so few, right? Yeah.
No, she needed a lot more than that.
I think that she's got to be somewhere. She's got to be getting somewhere around that 200 mark. I know she's got to be.
Oh, I know.
She's
That's
got
wonderful.
She's got quite a few this year. So.
That is wonderful. Coach Jack Howells runs in front of the batter to get over to third base.
Was that a run?
That was.
Does that count for us?
That's something. I don't know.
I don't know.
So it's 10-1. No, it's not. Okay. And low to Jay on the first pitch. Number 22, Sibera Yingst.
Well, Jay's 1 for 2 on the night here. Let's see if she can pop one in here and go to 2 for 3.
And she hits one out in the center field. It's going to
drop.
fall in.
Yep.
Yep, there's another hit for her. That's 2 hits.
That's
tonight.
been a popular spot for her. That little right just past the edge of the clay right there. That's
Except
2 in a row.
this one wasn't so high, and it was right there in front of her. That was a nice little hit. I like that.
Definitely. Good to see her swinging the bat right now.
So first runner on, first batter up, gets a hit. Start of something really good. Up comes Sierra Vickery. Sierra, the first baseman.
And she hits a little one that's going to get past the pitcher.
We'll be safe.
There we go.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, two on now.
Well, that's 2 of the 11 that I prophesized.
Okay.
Don't want to mention anything, but my name's Don McGee, and no.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'll wait before I get it done.
Do you have some lottery numbers? If you're gonna be giving away free things, I'll take some of those. Looks like we've got Alicia coming into the game right now.
So we have somebody coming in, huh?
Alicia
Okay.
Saracusa, I believe it is.
Yes, this is Alicia Saracusa coming in for Skylar Balsley. It's a hit.
Alicia's been swinging a pretty good bat lately as well.
Well, we need her right now.
And again, tonight hasn't been a problem with us swinging the bat. We're hitting the ball hard, and we're hitting it. We're hitting it often and hitting it hard. Unfortunately, it's just been to the shortstop the majority of the time tonight.
What was interesting is that at the start of this game, we were hitting the ball very hard, and it looked like we were going to do some damage. And Alicia a little late on that one.
Yeah, needs to speed that swing up a little bit there. Get some guidance from Kiki.
Kiara Banks is the on-deck batter. Alicia's up there. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runners on first and second.
We'd like to see Jay taking a little bit bigger lead off on second base if possible, but
Swing at a ball up around her eyes again. That's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now she's got to be enlarging that plate again.
Definitely. Oh.
And swing.
Well, I don't know.
Held up.
I believe so.
And no appeal.
Don't say that too
No
loud.
appeal. No appeal. Okay.
All right.
Brings the count to 2 balls and
I
2
would've
strikes.
Definitely asked for some. Okay.
Okay. Hey, give her new life. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, I am not complaining.
And strike 3.
Well, we just delayed it by 1.
She got 4 strikes on that one.
We did get a 4th strike on that one. I will agree with you on that.
And now one of our top sluggers, Kiara Banks, is coming up to the plate.
If we can somehow get on here, then we have the top of the order
And
coming
we're
right
gonna
back
start
up.
it all up. That's where we get the 11 runs.
There we go.
And
Another hit coming back.
apparently Kiara likes them high.
She does like them high.
She
Yes.
likes. You can see those. Of course, I think all baseball and softball players love to see that ball, big
Yes.
watermelon coming up there, and you feel like you can kill it, but usually you get under it and pop it up or foul it off in this case. Strike 2.
Well, now that one right there might have been the better pitch to swing at.
You think so?
Could have been. I mean, that was kind of center
Because
middle.
it was down the middle?
Kind of center middle, not above my eyes. It would have been something that I would have probably thought about.
And she hits it foul.
And again, she likes that high ball.
So if I was calling her pitches, where would you send it?
I would probably throw one right down the middle.
Right down the middle. I was thinking the knees or something like that, but you tries to hit me. She's trying to get even. I can see that.
Now we're playing with 2 balls on the field. This is good.
This is when you start getting a little older. Pete has a hard time bending over, so
Yeah.
he waited for the catcher to get that for him. And right up the middle.
Right up the. Oh.
Steps on the base for an out.
One out. Now we got runners on the corners.
She would have hit that just a hair.
And Kiki advances on. Well, that was great. That was good heads-up running by Kiki there. Realized that the runner was out and nobody was standing on second base, so she took off running.
That was, I'm sure, the first base coach that told her to do
I'm
that.
pretty sure Coach Kyle had something to do
Yeah,
with that.
that was a very good heads-up play. So that puts runner two.
Well, you know,
2 runners in scoring position.
2 outs. I'd like to see us at least get 1 across the plate here. That would, you know, it's not going to change the score much, but it is a moral victory.
A little high. Ball 1. Well, again, we're playing them in 2 days, so you need to set the stage for really the next game.
Absolutely, at this point.
Ball 2. Oh, no.
Now, Don, you have to stop calling those too early because you have missed many of those this evening.
I
And,
know.
you
That's
know,
strike 1.
we may need to look at some glasses for you and I.
Yeah, and there's a
there's
hit.
a drive, and it drops.
And it gets by her.
And it gets by her.
She's
That's
going
gonna
to
score
2.
Both run. And now there's a fight for the plate.
3 people on top of her.
Yeah.
I think she's down.
That was an interesting play with the shortstop because she blocked the second or blocked
So that
Maria
was
from getting to
that
the
was obstruction.
definitely was
And she's been
obstruction.
hurt. And she's
Yeah,
been hurt.
she landed. Looked like she landed on the arm of Maria. Yeah, that was kind of a odd scenario right there. I didn't like the looks of how the shortstop went through with that the end of the play there. She didn't make a play on the ball, which had already gotten past her. She made a play to block the runner from the base.
I like this. She's standing up. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
She's standing up. JK is out there. Our trainer, our Hall of Fame trainer, by the way, is out there talking to her. She's a tough girl. You can see that smile.
A little
She's
smile on her face. So
yeah.
she might not be. But that was. Well, a heads-up play there, and we got 2 runs across on the board, and so that we were just talking about that moral victory. That could.
What do you mean moral victory? We got 9 more runs to go.
Well, you're right too.
Okay.
We
thanks.
still have 1 out though.
Yeah. We got a runner in scoring
We
position.
got a run in scoring position. Top of the order's up. We could get 4 or 5 more here.
9 more?
Well, yeah, we're gonna.
9 more.
I'll
Okay.
take the 4 and 5, then I'll reach for
you're
another
just
4.
you're just starting off slow. I
Yeah,
got you.
exactly.
I got you.
You know, I don't like to reach too far. I like to have little mini goals that I get, and then I can set my next major one.
Well, coming up to bat is Jessley Hernandez. Jessley has been hitting the cover off the ball this year. She looks a little anxious up there. She was really staying back on the last couple. Ooh. And again, that's what I was talking about the first time.
She was ready to drive that somewhere longer away than here. That's
She was
for